Patreon, hello, hello, hello. It's been a long time. Sorry, it has taken something like 7 weeks, I think, to make another video. It's really bad. But I have a good excuse, which is that I've been ill. Basically, I got COVID. I think. I'm pretty sure I got COVID. Unfortunately, I ran out of home tests to check. And I kind of didn't suspect it was COVID until quite a long way into being ill. And well, it's a long story. Basically, I've been ill, like properly ill. It's very frustrating because not long after the last video I posted on Patreon, I hit my biggest ever of £510, and then I got COVID and lost some weight. I actually didn't lose that much weight. I lost about £8, which is not bad because the last time I caught COVID, I think I lost 40. So it isn't like catastrophically bad. It's just that I haven't been well enough to like make videos or actually do any gaining aside from like the last week. I've been feeling a lot better. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I had COVID anyway. And I also caught, while I had COVID, I also caught a bacterial chest infection, which I had to get antibiotics for. And I also started getting gallbladder problems, like having not had that for ages and ages. So yeah, it's not been a good 6 weeks, to be honest. This stuff happens, I guess. Anyway, I'm at McDonald's and I'm gonna eat. Kind of frustrating actually, like they're out of lots of stuff and the ice cream machine was not working, so I couldn't really get the order I wanted to get, but I still have got something like 3,500 calories worth. They did have my go-to, which is bacon double cheese, and I added sliced tomatoes, which actually always makes them better. But yeah, it's funny, it was kind of everything was going really, really well until I got ill, because I got up to £510. I had this amazing experience of breaking a chair, completely destroying a chair in a restaurant about 5 weeks or 6 weeks ago. I was literally at my heaviest ever, and I met up with a friend of mine to go to, well, kind of like a cafe, like a breakfast cafe place. Fortunately, he's a gainer himself, so it wasn't like, you know, a terrible, terrible experience in terms of being humiliated or anything. But I did literally, mid-meal, the chair I was sat on collapsed totally. The leg, and it was a metal chair as well, quite a solid metal chair in this cafe. But yeah, the leg on one corner gave out completely, and I ended up on the floor. I don't know. It takes a lot of energy telling the story, so I have to eat something while I'm telling it. But yeah, this basically the chair collapsed in the restaurant. A bunch of people ran over to help because I could not get up from the floor on my own anymore. It's quite a long time since I've been on the floor like that, and I'm a lot bigger and a lot less fit than I was last time anything like that happened. So I couldn't get up without help, which was kind of scary, like in a way, because that's very much a kind of like an immobility thing. Obviously, you need, like, requiring help for something basic like getting up off the floor is scary. So anyway, it was also kind of cool. It's kind of a milestone in gaining, isn't it? So anyway, that happened, and then I went to visit my friend in France, who's also a gainer. We ate a lot of food, we gained weight together for a few days. And unfortunately, I think while I was at his place, that's where I caught this. I think I probably had COVID, but it was like in the early stages. And then I caught this stupid chest infection as well. So when I came back to London after a couple of days away in France, I was like properly ill. And basically from then on, that was like mid-May, up until about a week ago, I've more or less been in bed. kind of, I got better quite quickly, but I had this problem of fatigue, which is a problem I've only ever had after I've had COVID. And that's why I'm fairly sure I had COVID. So basically fatigue, like lying in bed all the time for weeks on end. It wasn't a good period. But at least I'm better now. Like the past week to 10 days, I felt a million times better. I've actually been getting up and doing things and working and eating. So yeah, McDonald's were out of lots of stuff. And the ice cream machine wasn't working, which meant no milkshakes. But I did get my standard of 2 bacon double cheeseburgers with a tomato. I got the wrap of the day, which is the katsu wrap. It's actually pretty good. Obviously a large fries. I got some apple pies. Well, not a milkshake, but a frappe. Which a Lotus Biscoff frappe, which by all accounts is pretty amazing. It's pretty good. So yeah, another sort of development since I last made a video. Well, basically at 5'10", which is only about £8 more than I am right now, that was enough extra weight that I could almost not get in the car. It was pretty shocking. But at £510, I think maybe at £520 I literally wouldn't be able to get into my own car. So it's time to buy a new car. I've got to get something bigger. I was wondering about the Kia Soul, because I have a few friends who are like over £500 who drive a Kia Soul, and I tried one out and it's actually got an incredible amount of space. It barely has a center console, so there's lots of width to spread out into. In this car, when I get into this car currently, I have to lean inwards and then close the door, and then I can kind of spread back out and go up against the door again. But I really am squashed, completely squashed into the car. In fact, let me show you how bad it is. I don't know if you can really get a sense. You can see I'm like spilling over onto the armrest. I mean the center console there, and then there's my belly squished right on the steering wheel, and I'm literally squished up right up against the door here as well. So I literally take up the complete width of the seat all the way, and I mean I spill like so far over here. It's kind of crazy actually. So I've got to get a new car, is my conclusion. Especially if I'm going to keep putting on weight, which I really want to get a lot fatter. Actually, I want to get up to at least 560 in the next year or so, I think. And with your help, I think that's actually possible. And to be honest, I'd be keen to get even bigger than that, but we'll see. We'll see how 560 is. I'm going to have to try and be a little bit more active because over the past 6 months I've become very lazy, which has helped with the gaining massively, but it just makes getting around very, very difficult, to be honest, like in terms of energy as well. So anyway, I need to get a bigger car. so that I can get bigger. And I need to be more proactive about being active, which I always say to myself and it never happens. But I think it would make life a lot easier if I weren't constantly out of breath, basically. So this is pretty good. This is the crispy chicken katsu wrap of the day. But yeah, I'm like out of breath just sitting here, eating and talking. And you can imagine how it is when if I try to walk and talk at the same time. I literally can't do it. I can't breathe enough to be able to talk and walk, which is a bit ridiculous. Yeah, it's just what happens if you get this heavy. Oh, and this unfit. But yeah, it's definitely time to escalate the gains, I think. Lots of my friends who are, maybe a year or two ago were a bit smaller than me are now bigger than me, and some of them have got to the point where they're a lot bigger than me, like 100 pounds heavier, and I think it's time for me to catch up. I do wonder with some of these guys though, like I won't name him, but there's a gainer who I know in real life in Europe who's over 600 pounds now, and I haven't seen him for a long time. I met him once in Spain about 3 years ago, and he was like 5'20" or 5'30" or something, really huge, but really slow and not very mobile. And now he's 100 pounds heavier, and I find myself wondering, like, how does he manage day-to-day life? I guess I'll find out for myself. It's funny, as I've gotten bigger, I think I've become a slower eater. Like, I remember maybe 10 years ago, when I was obviously a lot thinner, I could really wolf food down like ridiculously fast. And now, I definitely eat at a more leisurely pace. But then I do everything at a more leisurely pace anyway. It's not just eating. That's pretty good. And it's hard to wolf down. Ooh. I guess it's also hard to eat really fast when it's like, right now it's 25 Celsius outside. No idea what that is in Fahrenheit, but it's very hot. And I guess it's quite hard to like really stuff your face when you're this overheated. And I'm in the car, which doesn't currently have working AC, so it's even more than 25 right now where I am. And it's late at night, where it should be nice and cold. Yeah, so this is the toffee apple pie from McDonald's, limited edition. It's very nice. It's really good actually. It's basically caramelized sugar in a regular apple pie. It's very tasty. Oh yeah. I don't know if you follow me on Grommer, or you might have found me through Instagram. I have occasionally posted on Grommer about the flatmates I live with. I've been living in the same house with flatmates or housemates for several years, and I've occasionally posted about them becoming heavy. And there's two guys in particular who put on weight, but like one of them has become like properly fat. He's like 280 pounds, and when he moved in, he was thin. He was like 180 pounds. So that's pretty cool. It's nothing to do with me. I think it's just a coincidence. The other one is up to 265 pounds. And it sounds like I'm making this shit up, but I'm really not. This is actually what's happening. And they're not gainer people. They're not Grommer people. And anyway, we had a new flatmate move in last year who is not actually from Grommer, but he is. He's a chaser, so I met him on Growler. And he moved in about a year ago. And when he was thin-ish, like a little bit chubby. He actually let me weigh him last week, and he's up to 275 pounds. And that probably is from that. Like, I'm not actively trying to fatten him up, but he hangs out with me a lot, so he's kind of been probably eating more my kind of diet on a regular basis, which means he's actually been putting on a lot of weight, probably about 50 pounds or something in a year. So it's not just me, it's been getting fat. Yeah, this weather is slowing me down. Because normally I can wolf down an apple pie in like 20 seconds. I can, however, chug a shake. Even though it's not actually a shake, it's a frappe. It's still nearly 500 calories, this one. It's pretty good. Okay, one milkshake down. I'm going to eat the other apple pie. Oh my god. I'm going to eat the apple pie, and then there's a few bits left, which you've already seen me tucking into, which I'll take home. But I think this whole calorie-wise, this whole meal is about 3.5, roughly. So it's not bad. It's literally nothing as good as watching fat people eat fattening food. It's literally the best thing ever. It's like cause and effect in one frame. It's a beautiful thing. Okay, so there's a little bit left. I'm gonna eat it when I get home. Ta-da. So, I'm trying to gain again. Because obviously while I've been ill I haven't been trying to gain because I just haven't felt like doing anything except lying in bed, unfortunately, because the fatigue, the post-COVID fatigue I've had has been really bad. Like really, really, really bad. So like I literally haven't worked until about 10 days ago. I hadn't worked at all for 5 weeks. So that meant, like, you know, because I'm self-employed, I'm not working for anyone else. That meant I didn't earn any money for 5 weeks, so it's pretty bad. But I'm trying to gain again, and I'm obviously back working, thank God. So it's all good, and I'm going to see if I can get back up to 5'10" pretty quickly, because it was really fun, even though it's kind of a struggle being that fat. Like day to day is a real struggle actually, but I kind of want some more. So anyway, thank you for watching. I will be back tomorrow with another video if I can reach my phone.